Ladies and gentlemen, today is not just another day, it's the day you decide to change your life. You are here because deep inside you know you're meant for more. You feel that fire, that restless energy, that whisper telling you there's a bigger, bolder version of yourself waiting to break free. I'm here to tell you that whisper is right. You are powerful beyond measure, and the only thing standing between you and the life you dream of is the courage to take the first step. Life isn't easy. It throws challenges at you, money struggles, heartbreak, failure, doubt. Sometimes it feels like the universe is testing how much you can take. But let me tell you a secret. Every time you've fallen, every time you felt broken, you've gotten back up. That's not weakness, that's strength. That's proof you're a warrior. The scars you carry, they're not signs of defeat, they're medals of honor, showing the world you've survived. Now let's talk about money. Too many of us let it define us, limit us, scare us. But money isn't the goal, it's the tool. It's the fuel for your dreams, the key to freedom, the means to lift yourself and others. Stop chasing it out of fear and start commanding it with purpose. You don't need permission to build wealth. You need a plan, persistence, and the belief that you deserve it. Because you do. You're not here to scrape by. You're here to thrive. The power to change your life isn't out there, it's in you. It's in the choices you make every single day. Will you wake up and scroll through excuses, or will you rise up and chase your vision? Will you let doubt paralyze you, or will you let faith propel you? The greatest success stories, those millionaires, innovators, dreamers, they didn't start with luck, they started with a decision. A decision to believe in themselves when no one else did. So, I challenge you today, stop waiting. Stop doubting. Stop shrinking yourself to fit someone else's box. You are a force of nature, a creator of destiny, a spark that can ignite a revolution in your own life. Take that first step, whether it's learning a skill, starting a business, or simply saying, I am enough, because you are. And the moment you believe it, the world will too. Rise up. The life you've always wanted isn't a gift someone hands you, it's a garden you plant, water, and grow. Start today. Start now. You've got the power. Use it. You see, the journey to a life-changing transformation doesn't happen by accident. It's not a lottery ticket you stumble upon or a stroke of luck that falls into your lap. It's forged in the fire of your will, shaped by the hammer of your actions, and polished by the grit of your determination. Every single one of you has a story, a moment when life knocked you down so hard you weren't sure you'd get back up. Maybe it was losing a job, a loved one, or a dream you'd held on to for years. Maybe it was staring at an empty bank account wondering how you'd make it through the month. But here's the truth. You're still here. You're still standing. And that's not just survival, that's power. Let me tell you about a man named James. James grew up in a small town, born to parents who worked 2 jobs just to keep food on the table. He wasn't handed opportunities. He wasn't born with a silver spoon. At 18, he had a choice. Follow the path laid out for him, get a safe job, live a quiet life, or fight for something bigger. James chose to fight. He started a small business with nothing but $50 and a beat-up laptop. People laughed. They said he'd fail, and he did over and over. His first venture collapsed. His second barely broke even. But James didn't stop. He learned, he adapted, he pushed. Today, that same man runs a company worth millions, employing dozens of people who once doubted him. What separated James from the crowd? He believed his failures were lessons, not endings. You might be thinking, that's great for James, but what about me? Here's the thing, James isn't special. He's not a genius or a superhero. He's just someone who refused to let his circumstances define his future. And that's the same choice you have right now. Your past doesn't own you, your present does. What are you doing with this moment? Are you letting fear whisper lies in your ear, or are you shouting back with action? Let's talk about money again, because it's the elephant in the room for so many of us. We've been taught to see it as this untouchable, mysterious thing, something only the lucky or the connected get to have. That's a lie. Money doesn't care about your background, your education, or your excuses. It responds to value. Create value through your skills, your ideas, your hustle, and money will follow. Stop seeing it as a mountain you can't climb and start seeing it as a river you can redirect. Learn a trade. Solve a problem. Build something people need. You don't need $1 million to start. You need a mindset that says, I'm worth it and I'll prove it. But it's not just about money, it's about freedom. It's about waking up every day knowing you're not a prisoner to someone else's rules. It's about looking in the mirror and saying, I did this, I built this life. That's the real prize. And it starts with small steps. Write down your goal today. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. Make it clear. I will earn $500 extra this month. I will start that side hustle. I will learn that skill. Then break it into pieces. What's the first move? A phone call? A Google search? A single hour of effort? Do it. Momentum is your superpower. And when the doubts creep in, because they will remember this, every giant you admire started small. Every billionaire was once broke. Every champion was once a beginner. The difference is they didn't quit. They didn't let the voice of not enough win. You're not too old, too young, too broke, or too tired. You're exactly where you need to be to start. The only question is, will you? Now, let's get real for a moment. Change isn't comfortable. It's not a warm blanket or a pat on the back. It's a storm, a wild, chaotic force that demands you step out of the shadows and into the fight. And that's where most people stop. They see the rain, feel the wind, and run back to what's safe. But safe doesn't build empires. Safe doesn't rewrite your story. Safe keeps you small. You weren't born to be small. You were born to soar. Think about a woman named Priya. Priya was a single mother of two, working a dead-end job that barely paid the bills. Every day she'd come home exhausted, her dreams buried under a pile of laundry and overdue notices. But one night something shifted. She looked at her kids sleeping and thought, they deserve more. I deserve more. She didn't have money, connections, or time, but she had grit. Priya started waking up at 4 a.m., teaching herself graphic design from free YouTube videos while her kids slept. She made mistakes. She cried. She doubted, but she kept going. 6 months later, she landed her first freelance gig. A year later, she quit her job. Today, Priya runs her own design business, pulling in 6 figures, and her kids see a mother who didn't just survive, she conquered. What's your 4 a.m.? What's that thing you've been putting off because it's hard, because it's scary, because you're not sure you'll succeed? I'm telling you right now, you don't have to be sure. You just have to start. The magic isn't in knowing you'll win. It's in betting on yourself anyway. Priya didn't wait for permission or perfection. She took what she had, her time, her will, her love for her kids, and turned it into gold. You've got gold inside you too. Stop waiting for someone to mine it for you. Pick up the shovel. And let's talk about failure, because it's the monster under the bed we all fear. Failure isn't the opposite of success, it's the road to it. Every time you fall, you learn how to stand stronger. Thomas Edison didn't invent the light bulb on his first try. He failed thousands of times. J.K. Rowling was rejected by 12 publishers before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. They didn't see failure as a stop sign. They saw it as a detour. So when you stumble and don't sit there feeling sorry for yourself. Ask, what did I learn? How do I adjust? What's my next move? Failure only wins if you let it. Now, back to money. I know it's on your mind. It's on everyone's mind. And that's okay. Money matters. It buys food, pays rent, funds dreams. But here's the shift you need to make. Stop seeing it as the boss and start seeing it as the employee. You're in charge. You decide how it flows into your life. How? By building something, a skill, a service, a product. Look around you. Every business, every app, every book started as an idea in someone's head. That someone could be you. Start small. Sell a cake. Fix a phone. Write a blog. The first dollar you earn on your own terms will feel better than 1,000 handed to you. That's power. That's freedom. But here's the kicker. None of this works without belief. You can have the best plan, the perfect timing, the right tools, but if you don't believe you're worth it, you'll sabotage yourself every time. So stand up straight. Look yourself in the eye. Say it out loud. I am enough. I am capable. I am unstoppable. Say it until you feel it, because the world doesn't need to believe in you. First you do. And when you do, doors will open. Opportunities will find you. People will follow you. So, where do you go from here? You've got the spark, the stories, the truth that you're stronger than you think. But inspiration without action is just noise. It's a song with no rhythm. The difference between the person you are today and the person you want to be tomorrow isn't luck or talent, it's habits. It's what you do when no one's watching, when the excitement fades, when the road gets rough. Success isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. And the good news, you don't need to run the whole thing today. You just need to take the next step. Let's break it down. Imagine your dream life. Maybe it's financial freedom, paying off debt, buying a home, traveling the world. Maybe it's impact starting a business, helping your family, leaving a legacy, whatever it is. Write it down right now. Grab a pen, a napkin. Your fee doesn't matter. Put it in words. I will earn $10,000 a month. I will launch my idea by June. Make it real. That's your finish line. Now, work backward. What's one thing you can do this week to get closer? Sign up for a course. Talk to someone who's done it. Save $20. Do that. Then do it again next week. Small wins stack up. They turn into big victories. That's how mountains are climbed one step at a time. And don't tell me you don't have time. We all get 24 hours. Beyonce gets 24 hours. Elon Musk gets 24 hours. The question isn't, do I have time? It's, what am I doing with it? Cut the excuses. Swap an hour of television for an hour of learning. Trade scrolling for planning. You don't find time, you make it. And every minute you invest in yourself is a brick in the foundation of your future. Start tonight. Not tomorrow. Tonight. Let me tell you about Raj. Raj was a cab driver, working 12-hour shifts to support his aging parents. He'd drive through the city, listening to passengers talk about their big lives, their big dreams, and he'd think, that's not for me. But one day, a customer left a book in his car, a worn-out copy of a self-help classic. Raj started reading it during breaks. It lit something in him. He began saving $5 a day. Not much, but it was a start. He used that money to buy a cheap microphone and started recording podcasts about life lessons from the driver's seat. People laughed at first. A cab driver with a podcast? But Raj kept going. Today, he's got thousands of listeners, sponsors, and a paycheck that dwarfs his old wages. All because he turned his cab into a classroom and his spare minutes into a mission. You've got a cab too, your own space, your own time, your own starting point. What's your microphone? What's that one tool, that one idea, that one strength you can use right now? You don't need $1 million or a fancy degree. You need courage. Courage to start messy, to be imperfect, to keep going when it's hard. Raj didn't wait for a studio or a big break. He used what he had. So can you. And here's the heart of it. This isn't just about you. It's about the people you love, the family you want to lift up, the community you want to inspire, the younger version of yourself who dreamed without limits. Every step you take towards your goal isn't just a win for you, it's a light for them. It's proof that struggle doesn't get the last word. You do. So fight for it. Fight for the life you deserve. Fight for the person you're becoming. You're standing at a crossroads right now. Not tomorrow, not year right now. One path leads back to the familiar. The same routine, the same limits, the same quiet ache of what if. The other path, it's uncharted. It's messy. It's scary. But it's yours. It's the path where you stop dreaming and start doing. Where you stop wishing and start winning. And I know it's tempting to stay where it's safe, where the risks are low and the stakes are small. But deep down, you know safe isn't enough anymore. You're not here to coast, you're here to conquer. Picture this. A year from now, you're looking back at today. What do you want to see? Do you want to see a year of excuses of, I'll start later, of letting fear call the shots? Or do you want to see a year of breakthrough, small at first, then bigger, then unstoppable? A year where you paid off that debt, launched that project, became that person you've always known you could be? That's not a fantasy, it's a choice. And it starts with what you do when you walk away from these words. So here's your battle plan. Step 1, decide. Decide that you're done settling. Decide that your dreams aren't just nice thoughts, they're non-negotiable. Step 2, act. Take one move today, any move. Send that email. Make that call. Write that first line. Step 3, persist. When it gets toughened, it will dig deeper. Remind yourself why you started. Picture the faces of the people who will thank you, the life you'll live, the pride you'll feel. You're not just chasing money or success, you're chasing meaning. And that's worth every ounce of sweat you pour into it. Let me leave you with one last story. There was a boy named Sam, growing up in a neighborhood where dreams went to die. Drugs, violence, poverty, it was all he knew. But Sam had a teacher who saw something in him. She gave him a notebook and said, write your way out. Sam laughed writing wasn't going to fix his life. But he tried it. He wrote about his pain, his hopes, his anger. Years later, those scribbles turned into a book. That book turned into a movement. Today, Sam speaks to thousands, lifting kids like him out of the dark. All because he picked up a pen when the world told him to give up. You've got a pen too. Maybe it's literal, maybe it's a tool, a talent, a voice. Pick it up. Use it. The world doesn't need another bystander. It needs you. It needs your fire, your fight, your refusal to quit. You're not just building a life, you're building a legacy. You're showing your kids, your friends, your doubters that impossible is just a word. And when you stand at the top of that mountain you're climbing, you won't just see success. You'll see every step, every fall, every tear that got you there. You'll see a warrior. You'll see you. So rise up, not tomorrow now. The clock's ticking, but it's not counting down your time. It's counting up your courage. This is your moment. Seize it, build it, live it. You've got the power, you've got the will, and you've got a world waiting to be changed. Go get it.